Hello kids, welcome to Shaun's Arcade, the 478th best arcade YouTube channel on the planet and rising quickly, or just plateauing at the minute. So what we're going to do today, we're going to look at Konami. They have a fantastic back catalogue, what a lot of people call in the golden age of games, which is like from 1978, from Space Invaders to 1986, which is like Outrun. That's what I call the golden age. Look at my hands, aren't they supple? I don't even put any moisturiser or anything, they just always like this. What? Yes, so Konami. I was trying to get a definitive list off the internet of the best Konami games, the favourites really, not the best, because you can have the best graphics, the best sound and that. And I found what I thought was the best kind of view on it was that I use a high scoring app called Arcade Sidekick. More on that later. Stay tuned as you tune. You don't tune into anything anymore, do you? Just switch it on. Can you remember tuning into RF things in your Atari 2600? Mad. You used to be tuning in for ages, or tuning in your tellies. What happened to them? Oh yeah, they're still around. Oh dear. So yes, not Atari. Konami. So Arcade Sidekick has got this getting community rating. You play the game, you look at it, it says get community rating. It gives you a score. It gives you an average score, an average number of votes on that game. So say like Green Beret behind me had 50 votes and the average was 5. So I'd just get like a score like 250. I'd just say that's 250 points, and it works out pretty well. So the more people vote for a game, the more they like it. If no one likes a game, they don't vote for it. So that is what I'm going to use, the Sidekick app. More on that later. I may have said that because I spoke to Rich, the developer. A disclaimer, is it disclaimer? Full disclaimer, disclosure. Whoa. I'm a beta tester for Sidekick. I test it like, I don't beat it. Wouldn't that be funny if you were a beta tester? You app, I hate you app, bang, bang, bang. I've had a look at your app, Rich, but I've wrecked 3 phones. God damn it. Anyway, so yes, we're going to have a look at the games on the thing. Here we go, right. I've been a bit busy, to be honest. So I've outsourced my market research. I've done all the stats myself, but I've outsourced the market research to our good friends at boldyfool.com. They're a new startup, so give them a chance, and they've given me little tidbits of information on each game. So they've given it me over here. Just keep looking at camera, aren't you? What? Here we go. Okay, so what they have said. No, what I have said actually, I'm going to do number 10 on the countdown of the most favourite Konami games as voted for on the Sidekick app. Have you ever given anyone a sidekick? Sidekick. It's a good one. You've got to keep your balance. Green Beret, not surprisingly, is number 10 with 144 votes. So that really is 7.58 average score times by 19 votes. That's how I've done it, and I think it's fairly indicative of the popularity. So this is a popularity contest, like life. Life is a popularity contest. If you're not popular, then excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Green Beret. Right, so Gary from GaryBoldyFool.com has said, what's he said? It should be good though. He's put, game about a round brimless cap, colour green. Right, berets became popular in 1865 with the police and army and all around the world, in places in the world like America and Peru. Okay, that's number 10, Green Beret. Number 9 most popular is Amida, or Amida as we like to call it in the West. I don't know what they call it in the East, and I just call it Amida. Don't know, it's made that up, make a lot of stuff up. Me. Okay, so Amida. For what Gary from Gary Boldy, from Boldy, get like Gary Boldy, thanks Neil, from boldyfool.com. He says, you're a monkey stuck on a line. Not sure why. Colour in the lines in a style a bit like that Taito game. Kicks, maybe? I don't know. After missing a banana on the bonus screen, you morph into a paint roller. Makes perfect sense. How many times have you done that? I have. A lot. Number 8. With 215 votes. 215 points. So that is 6.72 times 32 votes. If you wanna be picky. Nemesis / Gradius is a masterful masterclass in the horizontal shooter genre and an awesome horizontal shooter. Yes, thanks, Gary. This horizontal shooter introduced a power-up bar along the bottom of the screen, or bottom of the horizontal screen, where you could pick up your power-ups by picking up orange spiky things. Yep. The bar was too long to fit on a vertical screen, hence the horizontal game was on a horizontal screen. Well, he's got that right, Gary, hasn't he? He's doing well, bless him. Right, number 7. Number 7 is the venerable Hypersports. Now, this game, Gary says, is an incredible sequel to a game further up this list. There's a bit of a spoiler there. Compete in over 6 different events. Does he mean 7, I presume? To become first or something. This game broke many people's arms. I think it means buttons. It broke many people's buttons. You don't break your arms, not unless you're fighting with people. Okay. Number 6. Scramble. One of my favourites. That's why I love early Konami arcade games. There's like 5 on this list that are just my favourites. They're just incredible. They're just so cool. Scramble's one of them. Gary says, nothing to do with scrambled eggs, which may be a bit of a shame to some, but for me, it's the game that inspired Nemesis / Gradius. It's become kind of canon now, isn't it? That Scramble is the start of the Nemesis Gradius series. People think, I think too. Number 5 with 263 points. Thanks to Sidekick. Juno First. I love this game. A lot of people call it the Vertical Defender. A lot of people don't. A lot of people have never heard of it. I have. I've heard of it. I've played it a lot. Only last 4 or 5 years though. And it's just incredible. I can't say enough good things about this game. I could. I'll get run out of good things to say about anything really. You just, get bored and that. Anyway, so stop rambling, get on to the next one. Right, Juno First. Right, Gary, boldyfool.com. Make sure you get over there and support him. He's an upstart. He's a startup, and he needs all your money and support to continue this fantastic research into arcade games and such. What's he put here? Bobby Konami of Konami Boss and R&D sneaked into Eugene Williams Jarvis's house in 1982 and stole his plants. His plans for a Vertical Defender. This game is the outcome. Williams tried to sue Konami, but they couldn't prove the game plans were stolen as Eugene was in the bath. What? Broke into his house, he was in the bath maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's a good game. Number 4 of 10. As my glamorous assistant, the OK Baby Cab, is displaying here. Track plus field. He hasn't written anything for this. I have beaten the 0844 world record. Yeah, I see what he did. He just put auto fire and cheated. You just put auto fire and press a button and it screams up to the maximum speed. I saw that, Gary, you cretin. Anyway, here we go. Gyrus. OMG, girlfriends, what can you say about Gyrus? It's just amazing. It's just amazing. The sound, the gameplay It took me 30 odd years to complete it, to put the time in to loop it when we did it on the podcast, 10 Pence Arcade Podcast. Kids, check that out. It's so informative and clever and no mucking around at all. So what Gary's put about Gyrus. Imagine Lost in Space, Far From Home, or that Star Trek with the Captain Janeway. This game is quite a bit like that. It's nothing like that, Gary. Honestly, you gotta do better. Gyrus is a trip to Earth. Oh, I don't know. I suppose what's Janeway in? Voyager or something? Yeah, I suppose it's a trip home, isn't it? Everyone really is trying to get a trip home, even when you're at home. Home is not a physical destination; it's a destination here. Hence why I struggle so much with it. Okay, in tooth position is Time Pilot. OMG, this is just so good. That's why I love early. I keep saying early Konami, but I don't think they've ever got better. For me, and probably you lot who watch this channel, I don't think they ever got better than the early 80s, and that they did loads of good stuff. I mean, arcade games, that's what I mean, arcade games. And also they did like all those brilliant video games later on. Yeah, they did get better, didn't they? They did. So what does Gary say? Gary, mate, what do you say about Time Pilot? Right. Well, what he's put is, space travel is possible, but this one swapped crafts in every time period, not like normal time travelers do, like they keep their TARDIS or their DeLorean. Okay, thanks, Gary. You need to work on your research, mate, because I could have written that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here on 567 points, 71 people on Sidekick have voted for this game. 71 with an average score of 7.99. Frogger. When you look at the biggest selling arcade IPs in Konami's list, there's only 2 arcade machines or 2 arcade franchises that appear. One is Frogger and the other is Bishi Bashi. So Frogger, surprising, like it beat Nemesis and all that lot, but it has the most points, and it is a timeless game. Like, you're stuck in time. We're all stuck in time, my friends, until we're not. Got to stop talking all this narcissistic, Nemesis, bad stuff. It's bad. Stay away. Ooh. That's it really, yeah. So, oh yeah, here's what you could have won. Right, these are the games that were just outside the top 10. One of them is one of my all-time favourites. So Konami, you could have, just at number 11 was Circus Charlie. Then you've got Puyan. I'm not so sure on Puyan. Unique idea, check it out. I'm not sure about the gameplay. It's crazy full kick of Shaolin's Road. A brilliant game. Yi Are Kung Fu, never gone. You know when you don't know what you can't get your words out, you just start making dib sounds. It's very helpful in conversations to do that. Yeah, Yi Are Kung Fu. I'm not keen on it, but it did start I think the one-on-one fighters gained a lot from this. I know Karate Champ came a bit before it. Tutankhamun, got a soft spot for Tutankhamun, even though you can't shoot up. You can't shoot up in a maze, you can only shoot left and right. Somebody fix that, please. Salamander, which is a spin-off series from the Nemesis Gradius series, great game. Time Pilot 84, underrated gem. We did it on the podcast, and I loved it. And it's still got them Williams sounds. It's still got them awesome Williams sounds. And I thought it was really good. If you look at it as a companion to the original Time Pilot, not a sequel, because it's not as good as Time Pilot. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Who knows? We don't know. You know with your subjective mind. You can think on that. Thinking. Turtles. One of my podcast hosts' favourite games. Turtles, not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original Turtles, also called Squashy Round Things. It's called something like that. You don't squash a turtle, lads. You have to really jump on it when you just squash a turtle. No, I don't do that. Pandora's Palace. Oh, I can just think of the theme tune now coming into my head. I really can. Great game. It's one of them though. But if you fall off a doorstep, you know you've fallen too far and you die. But it's got a lot to it. It's a platform game. I like it. Check it out. Jackal, which is all right, bit different. Road Fighter, one of my favourites. That's in at number 20. Road Fighter is one of those vertical car scrolling screen games. You go up the screen, you do stuff, you dodge stuff. Anyway, that's it, kids. Now let's have a talk about Sidekick. I did a Zoom call, one of them Zoom calls. Zoom. Just one look and your heart went boom. Suddenly you were on the moon. Oh, hello. Right, here we go. Right, I talked to Rich Rumsey about Sidekick, his future plans for it. There's a lot going on here and I've written it down so I don't forget, which is a good thing because I do forget a lot. But I've got everything written in my phone, like where I live, where the kitchen is, where my car is, what make a car is, where I work, that kind of thing, how to drive. Don't get on the roads with me, kids. Apparently there's 2 lanes on a road. Who knew? So, Sidekick. The last stats, these stats are a week old now. 500 users, 8,000 game ratings, 16,000 score submissions, of which I've used a lot of them for this podcast. Check the podcast for this video. The future plans, Richie's saying. This is a good game, that. Breaker's Revenge. It's kind of a cult Neo Geo game. I think he's getting a reissue, you know. I don't know, it's quite good. I don't mind a fighter every now and then. Right, faster. Arcade Sidekick will be faster due to server upgrades and also like little mice in the wheels running faster possibly. Arcade Quiz, there's an arcade quiz coming which is semi-random, which I've tested and it's quite good, it's quite addictive. Oh, this is good. You can log in, when you log in to your app or open your app and you're playing a game and you put what venue you're playing the game at, it'll remember that and remember that game is at that venue and build a database of games at that venue. Isn't that good? So you can check them out. Unlockable achievements like an Xbox or PS5. You have just unlocked a sandwich. Do you consume the sandwich or put it on a shelf? More detailed ways to enter scores. You can enter your own scores. Like I do a lot of stuff with Autofire, which I can't put on Sidekick because it's basically cheating. But I enjoy playing Autofire, like Sun and games like that. I play with Autofire, Star Force, and I could have that little bit on Sidekick, and then the note played with Autofire. You can also add notes to scores. I've preempted my own notes. Wow, it was a long chat with Rich. He's a good guy. You can set, oh, this is good. You can set up private high score events. Private, so you can have like 5 of your mates. If you've got 5 mates, I've only got 4, so I need to get someone off the street. You can set up your own private events. I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this. That's the symbol for private event. This is like a public event. That's a private event. Yeah, you can set them up and have like a score contest. Say like on Sun, Trainheads would win that. You can have a Sun contest. And then whoever's the winner, you can have a little score table and the winner buys breakfast. No, the loser buys breakfast. Who will be the loser? We're all losers. We're all losers. Next one. Also, really good of Rich. If your favourite game is not on there, he will add it for you. He will add it, honestly, he'll add it for you if you're, as long as it's like a real game and not like stuff I keep sending him. Or is it? Here's the good thing, it is a big development thing he's thinking of, right? It's going to do a bit where you can add your venue or your site to the Sidekick app, have your own personal high score table, personalised high score table within, not even venue, like within Facebook or with on your web page, just a little bit of JavaScript, and it'll give you your own high score table and it'll keep it for you. So you could do that in a venue, you could do it at home, you could do it with your mates. How cool is that? So there's a lot going on in Sidekick, and I thoroughly approve of it. And he's going to send me some money for saying this, because I don't believe any of it. I think he's made it up. He's not really. He won't do that. No, he's a lovely guy, and this is a great app, and he's put a lot of work into it. And I firmly believe in the future of people getting kicked in the side. Don't kick people in the side, kids. It's not fun. Anyway, a few shout outs. Good job, I got some notes, eh, kids? And then that all rustly, and to mess up my mic. I've only got one shout out. That is to my niece, Georgina, who is 8 now. She probably, by the time I've finished editing this, she'll be 9. But yes, hi Georgina, hope you like these videos. She lets me pull in funny faces, she said. Well, my brother said, I can't see that. Funny faces. Okay, thanks for watching, kids. I've talked far too long. I'll edit a lot of this out because it's basically rubbish. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.